Welcome back. Now we're going to take a look at how we can create 3D audios with what we have learned so far. So I have some sound effects and some clips that I will use for this lesson. You can find all of these in your resource pack, download them, import them into your project, and then we can get started. Let's begin with our first example, which is of this city landscape. Make a sequence with your video. There's no audio here, so I can just get rid of that by holding down Option or Alt, clicking on it, then hitting backspace. So this video has no audio, and I just need to analyze it myself and list down the things that I would hear if I was in this situation. My first sound effect is city ambiance. Drag this underneath your video, and now let's see how that sounds like. It sounds okay, but there are some problems. First of all, the audio is too loud and the camera is clearly far away. Second of all, I'm hearing cars passing by way too quickly, and that's not corresponding with what I see on the screen. So let's leave this in and bring in our next audio, and then we can work to make it sound appropriate. So I'm going to keep that in mind and bring in my other audios. I have car horn. That's something that you will hear in a situation like this. Next, we have highway traffic cars. And then we have car pass by. Alright, so I have all of these different audios, and when I play them all at the original format, this is what it sounds like. So this is my base work. I have aligned all of my sound effects. And now before I adjust everything to the way it should be, I'm going to just duplicate a few of these audios, maybe adjust the duration, fade some of them out, and just make everything ready for when I want to add a tag to my tracks. So for the car horn, I definitely want more than one. Click on that audio, alter option, and just duplicate this a bunch of times. Next, we have car passing by. Duplicate this too. In a really random way. You don't want anything to have rhythm or be predictable. Next, I have this really long audio. I'm going to cut it around here. Get rid of the excess, Command H, to add crossfade transitions. Do the same thing with the top audio. Command H. And there we go. So now all of these audios are fit for this video. Let's play it back. So that's what it sounds like. It's not perfect, but we're going to work with it now. So the first audio is just the city ambiance, which definitely needs a little bit of reverb. And we can do that by clicking it here. Essential Sound Panel, SFX, Preset, Make Distant, Outside Reverb. So that sounds a lot better. If it's too low for you, you can just work with the volume. Alright, so that's my first audio. The second audio involves the horns. I'm going to solo this track. Horns are just coming directly from those cars, so it cannot be this loud, and we definitely need some reverb. Grab all of your audio. Label it as maybe dialogue. Let's see what we can do here. Got medium shot. Let's play this back. Let's try this preset. That is better. Let's just increase clarity. Just work with the different sliders. Then increase the volume, and we should be good to go. One last thing is to add a crossfade to all of these audios. Command H or any other shortcut that you have. And now they're going to fade in, then fade out. If you want, you can stack different audio tracks on top and just create more dimension. I'm going to pull these two audios down, duplicate one of these horns, and have it play maybe underneath one of these guys. To make it sound a bit different, I can grab the pitch shifter effect, effect controls, and just increase the pitch. So when these two play at the same time, they sound different. You can also work with the speed duration. Let's go for like 70. I'm just going to maintain audio pitch. So if you want, you can duplicate and place on top of each other, just to make it sound like there are more cars honking at the same time. All right, there's my honking audio. Now we can move on to the next one, which is, I believe, just cars. All right. So the essential sound panel, I'm going to go for ambience this time. And let's go for like from outside ambience. You can add a wind effect. Let's try both. So this is outside, this is wind effect. I think the first one sounds better. We can increase or decrease, play it back, and work with the slider. That is looking good. Let's work with the final audio. For this one, I want multiple audios. Let's put one here and duplicate many times, making the distance between each one really random so it doesn't sound that predictable. Grab them all, Command H. Then we can choose ambience or SFX. I'm going to go for wide and deep. Outside ambience. There we go. Increase the volume if necessary. And now I have myself a good base to work on. Let's duplicate the high pitch horn, maybe reverse it so it doesn't sound identical. Let's do it one more time here. So once I have this, I can just take a look at how it looks on the video. So the video itself, you can see that it's, first of all, a drone shot. and the drone is moving in from afar and getting closer to the cars. So we need to animate the sound and the volume as the drone gets closer to the cars. So we need to create some keyframes and match them with the movement of the drone. But the thing is that we need all of these audios as we organize them, so we would have to kind of nest our audios. The problem is that you can't really nest audios in Premiere Pro, so we're going to have to do some additional things in order to just group all of these audios together, maintaining the order and all of the effects. So let's move to the editing workspace and bring our project panel. Over here, we're going to make a new item for adjustment layer. Then bring it on your video. Make sure that the duration matches your audios. Now we're going to grab our audios, hold down Shift, and choose the adjustment layer. Right-click, nest, let's call this audios. Hit OK, and then delete all of your audios and the nest. We're going to bring the nested clip inside and just get rid of the video track, leaving us with the nested audio. If I play this back, you can see that we have our audio. So now instead of adding the finalized effects to each of those tracks, I can just do it once with this nested technique. So the effect that I will use for this is low pass. Add it to your nested audio. And now based off the movement of the camera, we're going to create keyframes. First of all, play this back and see if it's clear enough. So this is a little muffled. I'm going to add to cutoff. All right. So when we're closest to the cars, I'm going to make a keyframe for this number. The higher, the better, but I will keep mine around 8,000. Then around here, I want to remove from this number. So maybe 500. Let's try 1,500. So as we get closer to the cars, the muffle effect will be less. The second effect concerns the volume of all of these sounds. Look for volume. Add it on top. And again, when we get close, we want to set a keyframe for 0 decibels. At the beginning, we want to go with like -10, maybe -20. So as we get closer, these sounds just get louder. And that's precisely what we need. Another effect is the reverb effect, surround reverb. Effect controls. And choose the Great Outdoors. Work with the sliders, and then when you're finished, we can close this off. So this is how you can stack different audios on top, nest them, and make it fit for the environment that the video has. In our second example, we're going to take a look at how we can create a more dynamic sound effect and maybe have different sounds come from the right channel and different ones from the left. So this was a more general example, but With all the different things that we applied, it definitely made things more dynamic than if we were to have just the traffic sound effect. So if we only had this, it wouldn't be that good. Therefore, adding different audios on top, working with the different settings, can give us a really natural sound effect. So I'll see you guys in the next lesson where we take a look at our second example.